I'm Ethan here, and you're watching Colonial Sports Center.
Right now on Colonial Sports Center, men's lacrosse enters the association action. Will the men end up on top? And the girls of summer are going to start hitting the diamond for a plethora of home action. And then Gretchen Adler takes a dip in the river with the girls from Crew. All of this and more, CSC is next. Hey there, thanks for having us. I'm Dan Yost. This is Chris Baginski, and you are locked into 30 intense minutes of Colonial Sports Center. Intense because we have a lot on the plate today, don't we, Chris?
Yes, we've got softball, we've got the big fan favorite tennis, of course, and we also have lacrosse. And how about we start with that, Dan?
Let's do lacrosse. I like your idea. I like it a lot. To say it's been a banner year for the men's lacrosse team would be an understatement. 7 wins over an array of notable institutions, including VMI and Penn State, is a welcome change of pace for the still infant program. With non-conference play coming to a close, it's time for the men to set their sights on Colonial athletic action as they play host to the Dragons of Drexel. To the Jowa we go. Colonials and Dragons. Baginski, quick fact: Puff the Magic Dragon, not about smoking marijuana, rather about the loss of childhood innocence. Taking it to the third quarter, Brand Johnson tips it in the air past Mark Manos, and Bob is going to lead by 1.
Manos' hands of fate.
Yes. A little over a minute later, Dan Kirsch streaks down the side and buries it on Manos, though I thought DX was a lot more WrestleMania 17 era. After a Drexel goal, Cal Buchanan hits Pat Smith in front of the net, and Smith does what he's supposed to do. Bob leads by 3 going into the fourth quarter. And Drexel, I guess they're smelling comeback. Ground ball is going to be picked up by Colin Ambler. He's going to bounce it past Sal Barcia. Ambler taking his due comeuppance here after the goal. Low fives, high fives, mid fives, all around. Mere seconds later, Greg Casey's going to hit Adam Dennis crossfield, and Dennis is going to whip it top shelf. Dragons feel that they got a chance. More Drexel. Kevin Stockel getting by the D and bounces this one home, and then starts doing his best Ray Lewis without a firearm impersonation. And that, my friends, is fierce. Amber's going to hit another goal right here, but guess what? That's too little, too late. As our boys in white, they're going to get the feast on the victory sandwich rings as the team wins 11-10. Take a look at the stats there. RMU is going to go to 1-2 in conference action, 8-4 overall. Lee 2 goals, Smith 2 goals and an assist. And this is the first league and association win that this team has ever had. For more on this, we turn to CSC correspondent Ed Albert. Ed?
Thanks, Dan. After this win against Drexel, the men's lacrosse team sat 4th in the CAA conference, and this win continued the team's winning ways at Joe Walton Stadium. I had a chance to catch up with a few players after the game. Take a look. The Colonials entered this game with no Colonial athletic wins to their credit, but that changed after this nail-biter.
I mean, it's incredible. I've been here for 4 years. And as a senior, a bunch of the seniors are very happy about having the first win. And I think it really came out of just teamwork. I mean, we've been working all practice this week. We went to Hofstra last weekend. We lost 11-5. And we just came out and we were just saying, hey, we got to play as a team. And if we do that, we'll come out on top.
Yeah, we were holding on there at the end. We did all that we could. We let in a few quick goals. They had some good shooters. And we held on by our nails, but we won. Pulled it out.
And the first conference win also continues a fairly impressive streak.
It feels great. It feels awesome, as you can see by our reaction. It was our first win we don't lose on our home field this year. We're 8-0 now on home field, and we're just going to keep rolling.
One of the keys to victory was stellar defensive play.
Defense held strong. I mean, one of the big things was to take top side away, and we did at the end, and that's what led us victorious.
Being able to put it all together in this game will help during the rest of the season.
I mean, it's just a building block. You know, we're looking to hit the CAA tournament at the end of the year, and it's a first conference win, so our team's going to build it up nicely here.
We're a team to beat. You know, we got a couple more games left. We're trying to go to the conference tournament, and we're playing our hearts out every day.
With the men's lacrosse team, Ed Albert, Colonial Sports Center.
Taking a look at your Colonial athletics standings, at the top is Hofstra University, then Townsend, Villanova. Sitting 4 right there in the middle of the table, your Bob Morris Colonials, Delaware, Sacred Heart, and then the Dragons of Drexel rounding out the field.
Let's switch now to women's lacrosse. Coming into today's game against Central Connecticut State, the Lady Colonials lacrosse team were 6-6 overall and 2-2 within the conference. In other words, they were towing the 500 mark that has eluded the Pittsburgh Pirates for 16 seasons. How did they fare today? You're about to find out. So let's take it now to the Jowa, as you are going to see the Colonials getting pumped for this matchup, going through a pregame ritual. And let's start in the first half. Jillian Howley scores, we think at least, because it's kind of a far-off shot. But Alice Lee, not pleased one bit. And she is about to be a bit less pleased as the Colonials strike again, right in the middle. It's hard to stop a shot like that. Now Jennifer Collins with some wicked moves with the stick, leading to a wicked goal. Now here's a shot from Chopper 98, our RMU-TV helicopter, depicting yet another RMU goal. In fact, it's a Kara Blakely goal. And to put the icing on the cake, Emily Tomlinson scores, making the final score 19-6 in favor of the Colonials. A beatdown put on by the Colonials.
A lot of people here at Bobby Moe wear many hats. Tucci is a groundskeeper / cheerleader / anthem singer. Nazari Dorash is a CSC producer / tennis player / tool. Then Dr. Craig Coleman is an athletic director / tutor / head softball coach. Now let's focus on that last / as the women's softballers take to the field for 3 home fixtures. Bob and the Knights, kind of like Otis Day and the Knights, but with less togas. Dr. Coleman going sans a hat for this cold weather affair. Bottom of the third, and Stacey Davidson's going to put this one back into the middle for a single. And the next batter here after that beautiful job there by Davidson is going to be Kayla Crooks. And anything you can do, she will do just a little bit better. She's going to find the grass as well as she puts one in there. And now we are in business with 2 women on. After that, Jackie Timko is going to put this one out in the right field, but Jessica Perez is going to unleash her inner Clemente, and Davidson is going to be buried at the plate. That is just filthy. Into the fourth, Bryson in the circle for RMU, and FDU is pulling the double delay steal, and Sarah Kapp on the return here is not going to get that glove down in time. That's an easy run for the Lady Knights. High fives all around, eh, Chris? A. Yes, now into the 7th, and this wild pitch, you're going to see right here, is going to get back into the backstop. And Kelly Crooks is going to come across the plate, but that's going to be too little, too late, as the Knights go on and win checkmate 5-1.
Now how about we go to some happier times? It's some warmer times as well. The Colonials taking on Bob Kelso's school, Sacred Heart University, where you can see the coaches meeting up for some sportsmanship at home plate. And let's start in the 2nd inning as Lauren Nizavakia goes through the gap for an RBI single. And the Colonials were not done yet. Jackie Timko says, "Thank you, ma'am. May I have another?" And she does have another, but this time it is a 3-run RBI double that will get the Colonials 4 runs in total this inning. Jackie Timko had quite the month, and we'll get to, or quite the week rather, and we'll get to that later. Now Liz Tizaporas hits a shallow single to right field, and you're going to see a play at the plate. Sarah Kapp makes the tag. Taylor Froelich is out, and Sacred Heart's coach is more livid than Perry Cox following Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Final. But if you take a closer look, you can see that that was, in fact, an out.
You got to touch the plate.
That you need to. And Shannon McCoy at the dish. Shannon McCoy striking out. 4-2 to Robert Morris over Sacred Heart. Alexa Bryson, the freshman righty, picks up the win.
Very well, second first, and same the first, but in this highlight, April 1st really means April 5th, just to kind of ignore that. Now, into the 7th, down 1 with 2 outs. Chris McDaniel is going to be clutch. Shot down the left line, and Parrish coming down. She's going to, Burns and Cowries coming in just like that, and we're all tied up, and she's just a little psyched up, just a little bit. Guess what? Time for free softball. In the 10th inning, Kayla Crooks is going to be on third, and Allie Pass is going to put this one in the right field, and Crooks is going to get gunned down at the plate. Let's play more. Now to the top of the 11th. Vicente on third, and Filic lasers it down the line. Sacred Heart is now up by 1. However, Bob would answer, and we're going to play a 12th inning. In the 12th inning, 1 out. Garza on third, and Simmons is going to lay down the bunt beautifully. That's going to be in there. Now, Fitzsimmons, she's just going to take care of the rest. Up the bait, and that one is out of here, proving that once and for all, chicks dig the long ball. Those 4 runs in the 12th are going to help put this Sacred Heart team into the winning column with this 3-hour contest going a 9-6 in favor of the Pioneers. Take a look at the standings up at the top of the table right now. Long Island followed by Monmouth, Sacred Heart. Robert Morris sitting there in third with St. Francis, PA. Down there in 7th once you get past all the ties. You got Quinnipiac followed by Mount St. Mary's. Fairleigh Dickinson, the Knights we just saw right there. In the very bottom, you got Wagner taking up the rear.
And we all, of course, know what a Seahawk is.
Yes.
Taking a look at the upcoming schedule at Central Connecticut on the 10th. Then they have a non-conference affair against Akron on the 14th here at home. Then against St. Francis, PA. And Cleveland State coming up on the 22nd. And with more with the Colonials softball team, here is Ernie Bernard.
During the weekend, the Colonials took on Sacred Heart, and the first game went according to plan.
Well, game 1 was a tough battle. 2 great pitchers going at it. We were fortunate enough to put together a great 4-run inning with Jackie having the bases clearing double that really put us ahead significantly, and then Lex and the defense did a great job of holding Sacred Heart off the rest of the game. It was a very well-played game by both teams, well pitched by both pitchers.
But during the second game, Alexa Bison had to come in for Lindsay Motes. And with Alexa already in for the first game, the strategy had to change.
Just try to keep them off balance, because the first game they were hitting a lot, so we just wanted to give them a lot of off speed and see what they could do with it.
There is one area the Colonials need to improve on.
On the one hand, I'm very proud of our kids, the way that they were able to come from down 4-0 when all seemed lost and get it into extra innings and almost win the game. On the other hand, I'm disappointed that we seem to be waiting until the late innings to really feel urgency to score runs, and you know, that doesn't work all the time. If you're going to only try to hit the ball, you know, with urgency for 2 or 3 innings and the other team gets 7 innings to do it, you're not going to come up on the winning side very often. So that's really the tale of that game.
Alexa had a very simple strategy to keep pitching late into the second game.
Just have to focus, I guess, take a step back, take a deep breath, and just keep throwing. Not much you can do.
Even though the Colonials did split their series, by their pitching effort and also their quick reserve proves that this team is destined for better things. For the women's softball team, I'm Ernie Bernard, Colonial Sports Center.
Jackie Timko, like we said, she's being a beast right now for the Lady Colonials. League leading 423 batting clip. Oh my God, I don't think the LaRoches could combine for that right now. Scored 18 times, 68 total bases. This freshman just obviously leading the pack, and we might talk about her next week in the wrap-up show. She has 24 runs so far in the season. Jackie Timko, keep her in your books there. You know, little notes. Well, coming up, don't touch that dial or have the freshman pledge do it for you, because on the other side of this break, we've got a yellow fuzzy spear traveling back and forth. You won't want to miss any of the tennis. It's only minutes away. We have like 10 minutes off now.
Right down to football. Bryce, a whole lot going on this season. But I can't go back now. And I doubt that our Dean Taylor...
That is great.
Colonial Sports Center. You ready?
The men's tennis team is preparing for the NEC tournament, where they hope to do something they haven't done all season, win with consistency. But first, they have to play the Mount St. Mary's Mountaineers. So let's take a look at the tape. And you're going to see the Colonials and Mountaineers going at it here. And there's Dave Pinto giving them a pregame prep talk, and he's saying, you're all number one, but then it's second doubles, so we'll call him a liar. Anyway, there's Nazari Dorash, our producer, and he's getting help from his partner there, Cal Bradley, smacks that one over, and Nazari is satisfied. Then here's Nazari again with the serve. Mount St. Mary's not able to return it, and that one's so good, let's take another look. It's a Fave 5 nominee, but folks, I'm not going to make you any promises on that one. So here we go again. There's Mount St. Mary's serves, and they find the net after that return, and he's just not happy with that result. And then Nazari says, I'm going to finish this one. You're going to swallow that one. And by some miracle of God, it was today, Holy Thursday, the Robert Morris tennis team hangs on to win 4-3, and there was much rejoicing.
Yay. Well, anyway, how do you think RMU is going to do at the NECs? You can cast your vote at colonialsportscenter.com. And keep in mind that voting is anonymous, so you don't have to be nice. You can vote the way your heart feels, as well as your brain. Well, anyway, row your boat gently into C block, a little industry term we have for the next segment, as we have ourselves a crew call. In case you didn't know, we're talking about rowing. Stay tuned.
Putting on the rinse, passing front to tip in by Steve Lynn. Right down to football. Bryce, a whole lot went on this season. But I can't go back now. And I doubt that our Dean Taylor.
That is great.
Colonial Sports Center. You ready?
Oh, look at that ball. Look at that ball. Green also tries to utilize the hill, but his rebound is just a little short. Indeed. We're going to say that orange is probably the best shot so far on the hole. The shot for par just lips the hole so close. Quiet in the audience. Quiet, please.
Just wide,
just a bit outside. It's a tight shot, but he'll just be able to tap it and get a three, get a par.
Thanks for joining us once again. I'm Gretchen Adler, and I'd like to introduce to you Nicole Spellman, who is a sophomore rower on our Robert Morris women's rowing team. So thank you very much, Nicole, for joining me tonight.
Oh, not a problem.
And I want to start off by asking you, you guys are working really hard this season. I'm sure that you train a lot in the gym with conditioning, but outside of the gym, what does your training consist of?
We do a lot of training. I think majority of our season we train. We do a lot of weights. We do a lot of plyometrics. Body weight squats are one of our coach's favorite things to do, but it's a lot.
And you have those indoor rowing machines if for some reason the weather...
Yeah, if it's bad out, it's called an ergometer or an erg, and so we'll do a lot of rowing indoor, especially in the winter. Okay. And we get to take them home for Christmas break.
Oh, wow. So you can practice over Christmas. And what have you guys been focusing on primarily throughout training so far to prepare for the upcoming spring season?
We really want to gain some respect in our area. We want to be invited places, and we've started doing it, and we got invited last weekend to Bucknell, so we were very excited about that.
Awesome. And what do you think some of the strengths and weaknesses are in the team so far that you've noticed throughout training that will affect this season?
We always have, it's better with more competition. So we don't have very many girls. So the more competition, the more girls there'll be. So we're looking for as many people as possible that we can just have to have some good competition and good athletes. A lot of people that come in weren't sure if they wanted to do a sport coming into college. So we start off with some pretty rough bodies and get them into some good shape. So it takes a while, but it's fun.
So they have to like start from the very beginning and just
yeah, it's a lot, but it's fun. It's worth it. It's kind of neat to see how people change from one sport to another, or from dancing or some other aspect into a rower.
Oh, absolutely. That's a big change. And what do you think are some of the, I mean, that's definitely a difficulty that you face in rowing. What difficulties do you face when you're actually competing?
Oh, it's a lot about, you have to listen. And the one thing people mostly don't know about rowing is you're not allowed to look outside of the boat. So you have to
I did not know that.
I know, it's very, but once you start rowing, you have to keep focused. And then it's a lot about teamwork, but it's very individual. So it's counterintuitive.
Right.
But other than that, we deal with a lot of weather and things people don't think about, like barges. They can swamp us.
And tip you over.
Yeah, in our last race we had a problem with a goose. We ran into a goose.
In the middle of the race.
Yeah, so we got 4th out of 35, which is really good, but we hit a goose, so.
In the process of it.
And there's nothing you can do. You just kind of go, hopefully it wasn't hurt too bad.
Just
but
keep rowing.
We didn't actually get to see it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is too
but
funny.
We finished, so that was good. We gained some respect in that race, so it's good. We're looking, this weekend we're going to Philadelphia, and we're looking to, this is the first time we're hoping to move on past the first round. That's our goal. We want to get to the grand finals. So.
Well, I wish you the best of luck in that.
Well, thank you so much.
And then your twin sister, Dana, she's also on the team. What is it like to be on this team with your sister?
I think it's great. It's so much fun. I have a workout buddy in the off season. It's really fun. It's a family dynamic, but a friend and a teammate as well. So we like to push each other a little bit extra just to make sure we're going in the right direction, which is fun.
Right, just to help each other out. And I'm sure that that's kind of like, there's a competition there between you and her.
Definitely.
But also a help to...
But it's good because it's a family competition, so I know when I push too hard or she pushes too hard, but yet it's just enough to keep us going in the right direction, and we'll always be friends. So it's easy if attitudes get in the way once in a while, or we push each other a little bit too hard.
That's too funny. Do people get you confused? Do you look a lot alike?
I don't think so, but every now and then they'll call us the wrong names.
Get you mixed up.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is all the time that we have, but I thank you so much
thank
for
you so
joining
much.
me. And folks, stay tuned because up next we have the top 5 plays of the week. Athletes, stay tuned as well. You just might see yourself on camera. The Fave 5 is coming your way next. You don't want to miss it.
Colonial Sports Center. You ready?
Endurance. Commitment. Sacrifice. Rowing is the ultimate team sport. The Robert Morris University women's rowing team is looking for walk-ons. If you're strong, athletic, and have a great attitude, we'd love to have you on the team. You have nothing to lose.
I'm David Dietrich.
And I'm Susan Defino.
Our extension is 3865.
Colonial Sports Center. You ready?
I said I was going back only if it was a Fave 5, and I got to do more than you.
Fair enough.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, number 5, back out to the softball diamond. Oh, this is a hit Chris Brown would be proud of.
Oh.
Jeez, going all the way. What, too soon?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, whatever. I can't help it. Colonial suffering here. This was a 3-hour affair, and this hit does most of the work as the Colonials go down 9-6.
The National Organization of Women on line 2 for Mr. Dan Yost. Number 4, here it is again, the play at the plate. Sarah Kapp is going to tag Taylor Froelich. Where is it? Right there. And she's out, but
where was the
Sacred
support?
Heart.
I saw handshaking before with
Yeah.
these girls. Now
What?
it's just all bitterness. I don't get it myself. Anger, anger, anger.
Let's see it again, just so that we can push forward the point that that was safe, or
Yeah,
that was out, rather.
You got to touch the plate if you want to be safe, and when you don't, you're probably going to be called out. Okay, back here, Brandon Johnson, 1 top, 2 top, 3 touches, and you tickle the twine in the back of the net. Take a look at this. Beautiful play. Gets the loose ball off of the goalkeeper, and then quickly, flickety, flickety, flickety do. I score a goal, and Robert Morris wins 11-10. I didn't really rhyme with games like this.
Yeah, forgive and forget. Anyway, Carl Ravitch and John Kruk would love this one because this is a web gem. Kayla Crooks into her own dugout pulling that one, and look at that. Almost catches it with her wrist.
You learning the dimensions of the new field and everything. It's good to see the Colonials working the fence well. Back to the diamond for number 1. Beautiful shot, can't get past. No! Look at the glove, flashes it, holds on, stretches. That's an out, and there's more bitterness from the coaching staff.
You're with me, Leather.
Yes, it is, and that's how you get it played. The second time, look, she's out again. The third time, she's out again. It never changes. I do not get it.
And let's take a look here. RMU falling to Kinesis 7-6 in men's lacrosse, and in men's golf, RMU taking 10 of 21.
I think it's called nobly lost in the field. Anyways, you know what you love? You love sports, and you love the Colonials. So put them together at colonialsportscenter.com. Soon we're going to be able to start streaming our shows and sporting events live from colonialsportscenter.com. It's all there. It's everything that you're going to want.
Very nice. And let's take a look at the home sports right now. Men's and women's track at the Bernie Benson Memorial Saturday, to be announced still. Men's lacrosse will be taking on the Delaware Hens Saturday, 3 p.m. And Easter is on Sunday, as Bugs Bunny will inform you.
Yes, that's I love how it's nice. And you know what? If you like Colonial Sports Center, you like Rob Morris, there's other things you can do and watch as well. Army Live, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5:30. Army Tonight, Tuesdays at 8 p.m. The show you're watching right now, in case you're confused, is Thursdays at 9:30. And then Prime Cuts can be seen Friday and Saturday at 11 p.m. for you night owls.
Indeed.
Yes. You know what? And coming up here for all you Rob Morris faithful, the class of 2010 elections, and this guy, he's kind of in charge of us, so he makes these calls, so he puts his graphic up here.
And
Zori Darash is running. If you want to vote for him, you can. If you don't want to, be like me and not. Vote April 15th and 16th.
But 2012 elections as well. Vote Maria Satira.
Yeah. Okay, in the cafeteria or at Romo's Cafe. Well, you know what? It's been a long and glorious road here for Colonial Sports Center. And the people in charge, the people at top, are the people you have to remember. I was once a producer, and a couple producers now is giving up the gloves and the reins, is our good friend, Nazari Darash. We've taken a couple shots at him here. He's supposed to be sitting right here. Hasn't done it here, but in memory of Mr. Darash, we have made this short but sweet video. You know what, Nazari, I used to produce this show at one point. You've taken it, and you have taken it to maybe some unreachable and, big shoes for someone to fill after you. Thank you, buddy.
It's been a pleasure.
Speech, something?
Nice to have you back, Dan. I haven't seen you in a while.
Dude, it is, but this is the man who's done all for everyone here. This is Nazari Darash. If you enjoy Colonial Sports Center, you see this guy in the halls, say hi to him. For him, for me, Chris, everyone else around here, we say thank you, have a great night,
class president.
and go Bob.